Real Amazon FBA success stories are my absolute favorite videos. And in today's video, we have an amazing guest, Eric, who is one of my Amazon Champion students, and we break down his entire Amazon FBA journey, his successes, his failures, his ups and downs, and how he came out on top to where he hit that six-figure mark. Let's get into it. Awesome, Eric. Well, I appreciate you jumping on today's video and sharing your Amazon FBA journey. Just want to first welcome you to the channel, and I would love for you to kind of introduce yourself and just give us a little bit of background of who Eric is.
So I'm Eric Sarkisian. I'm 26. I started Amazon 2 years ago. It was exactly 2 years ago in December of 2020. I'm a computer science major, so I'm almost graduating as a computer scientist.
What school? Where are you going to school?
I'm going to Cal State Northridge. CSUN.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So I've been studying for 4 years now. I started Amazon 2 years ago, and now my whole focus is to just grow my business and just have my license on the side. But my main job, I wanted to be the Amazon.
So walk me through, you said you started 2 years ago.
That's
walk
correct,
me through on how you even learned about Amazon FBA. What piqued your interest and why did you want to start selling on Amazon?
So yes, I was watching these videos on my TV. So I saw one of your videos on the recommendation, like Amazon FBA 2022, how to start, all those titles and everything. And I was like, damn, like what is Amazon FBA? So I Googled it. I'm like, okay, Fit by Amazon, that sounds interesting to me. And I just clicked on your video and I watched it and I found it that it's very interesting. So I just went on your channel, I went to the oldest video that you had and I started watching everything. Like from A to Z, all your videos. And then that's how I got into the Amazon and I did more research. I tried to buy courses, but none of them worked out for me because I was just getting from wrong resources, all old dated out resources. So that's how I actually started. I failed on my first product. I failed my second and my third one.
Wow.
I launched 3 products and they were all COVID related.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, me as well, like I launched COVID related products.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of us saw just a massive opportunity, but then what happened is it kind of died really quick and there's a lot of saturation really quick. So for me, it was a good learning lesson. I'm sure it was a learning lesson for you. You mentioned something that I actually didn't know. You said that you bought a few courses. And you just didn't really get the right information. Maybe explain that a little bit more in depth as well.
So I'm not sure if you heard about this website. It's called udemy.com.
Okay.
So because I was using that website for my own education for my computer science, so I was like, hey, let me just look up Amazon FBA. And I just chose the 3 best-selling courses in there. And they were like 30 to 100 bucks. And I was just watching the videos and it just didn't make sense to me. They were jumping from this point to the other point. And even the Seller Central that they had on their website, it was just outdated. It wasn't the same that I had at that time. It didn't even look the same. The options, everything was different. So, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to continue watching Trevin's videos. And that's how I actually started. And yeah, I fed my 3 products. I made a little bit of money, but like 100, 200 bucks.
So I feel like I'm having deja vu with this conversation because I just interviewed another student, Kevin, and literally the same exact thing. His first few products just didn't pan out. And for me, my first few products just didn't pan out. And for me, it was actually 8 different products.
8?
And yeah, 8 different products that I just tried. And kind of like you, not all of them were just a complete failure where I lost all my money. But at the same time, like you could say a failure and I guess a failure is kind of a bad word because for me, if you are able to break even or maybe make $100, like that's a valuable learning lesson. And that's not necessarily just a massive failure. So walk me through like your first, second, third product. You said that some of them you might have broken even. Some of them you might have made a couple $100. You mentioned that they were COVID related. Maybe break down what your learning lessons were, why they failed, and and give us an insight on that.
So for my first product, it was a hand sanitizer dispenser, those small machines. I ordered 200 units and I didn't do my research on the supplier. So I just contacted one supplier. I just got the sample and the sample was perfect, but the actual production was very bad and very low quality. So I guess they tricked me by sending me the best sample that they had that was working perfect. And then on my production, when I got it, I just sent it straight to Amazon. So I took shortcuts. I didn't do quality checks. So I just shipped it to Amazon, and every like 7 out of 10 orders would just be a return. And I lost everything. I lost like 50% of my money.
Wow.
That was my first lesson that I learned. But also my first product, it made me to just learn every single step. Not every single step, but the basics.
Yep.
How to create shipment, how to talk to suppliers, all those Amazon Seller Central things. So yeah, so on my first product, I learned the steps and I applied the same thing for my second and my third. But again, because of the bad choice of products and I didn't have a knowledge back then, again, my third and second product failed as well.
Those are obviously tough mistakes to obviously kind of sink in, and nobody ever wants to fail a product. But at the same time, for me, like the fact that you actually launched a product and got it going and didn't give up, like that is the difference between a winner and a loser. And so many people just want it to happen overnight and want to throw up a product and boom, start making millions of dollars. And it's just not realistic. So super awesome that you were able to obviously pick yourself back up, learn from these mistakes. And like you mentioned, it is super valuable to have gone through the process. You understand now kind of the key components to selling on Amazon. And now that fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh product, it just gets easier and easier and easier. So the 3 products didn't really pan out as well. That fourth product, what was different about it? And why would you say that it may have done better than the previous products?
Yes. So my fourth product is a hookah, actually. So I love going to hookah lounges. I love smoking hookah. I actually owned a few different brands. So one day I was smoking hookah and I was like, why not let me just go look for hookahs on Amazon? That might be a good product for me, because also I love smoking hookah and I can tell which one is better, which one is not good, like all those differences. And then I used the helium 10. I just run the X-ray and whatever. And I saw, oh my God, like people are selling 20, 30,000 on each hookah that they're selling. I'm like, damn, like that's a good idea. That might be a good idea. And so what I did was I chose a design that it wasn't on Amazon. It was a brand new design in Alibaba. I found that, and I did custom packaging here in USA. So I ordered 100 units. I shipped it to my house. I also ordered the packaging from USA. I forgot the company names. I think Uline.
Yeah, Uline.
Yeah. So I did custom packaging. I just shipped everything to my house. I repacked it. I threw away the old packaging. I just printed all those barcodes. And also I had a different paper inside the box saying, you know what, this is my first business. It's a family business, we work hard, all those kind of words, so people can leave a good review. And I sold my first 100 units in 16 days. I remember that. Yeah, and I was like,
wow,
there's a good potential in this product.
What was the price point of the product?
59.
$59. So,
so
you did $5,900 in 16 days, around there, exactly. around $6,000.
That's correct. Yes.
Wow.
So I did $6,000 in 16 days. And I was like, damn, that's crazy, like in 1 month, $6,000. And my profit margin was around 31%. So like I made $2,000. And so what I did was on my next order, I did 150 units. I just hired the volume. So I was just selling for 5-6 months. And then the disaster happened. So I got sued by a different company.
Really?
Yeah, and that was a big fall for me. At that time, I had around 500 hookahs on Amazon warehouse. So what it was, I had this small piece on my hookah, which I didn't know it had patent in USA. So one day I woke up and I saw that my listing is gone, my store is gone, like I don't have anything. And I just have an email from Amazon saying that I damaged the customer intellectual property of a different companies. And I contact the patent lawyer and I just explained him everything that happened. And he's like, yeah, because you're using a design that has already been patented in USA. So long story short, what happened was I just had all the hookahs to come back to my house. I had to remove that part, send it to them. So after all that, they removed the SUE and my listing was online, but I couldn't sell the products because I needed that piece. So what I did was I just made my own here in USA. I sent it back to China to my supplier and they started producing that other piece. So I ordered another 500 units. I replaced it in the box and I shipped it out to Amazon. So that whole process took me 6 months, to figure everything out.
Dude, that's
That it was yeah.
that's one of the craziest stories I've heard in a minute in regards to just bumps in the road, a lot of roadblocks, but like your determination. And again, like it's incredible for me. Like every time I look at somebody that has seen some sort of success on Amazon versus like not, it's their just pure determination and drive to make it happen. And I think you sent me a screenshot that we can kind of throw up. You've done like $100,000 basically in the last 11 months. About
Yeah, it was like 2 days ago or something. I hit
you
100.
hit the six-figure mark.
And I did it with 2 products. So the
Okay,
first
so yeah, I guess that the first product. Let's dive into that second product.
Yes. So my second product was after I fixed that issue with that company. So I launched my second product. It's again in the same category, just different style hookah. So it was my second product, and I started with 4 variations. So what it was I have 4 different colors, and the fourth one didn't sell well, so I just took it out, and I have 3 now. So 2 products, 4 SKUs, and I did 100K. Yes.
That's awesome. Explain to me the 4 different variations. Was this just different colors, different designs?
It was different colors.
Different
Same
colors.
design, everything. Yeah. And again, on the second one, also I did custom packaging. I just modified some small things on the hookah so it can be different from the other sellers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of hearing your story, you've had quite a bit of bumps, really honestly a roller coaster, but it seems like things are pretty consistent recently for the
Knock
most
on the
part.
wood, yes. So far, so good.
So far, so good. So yeah, that's a crazy 2 years. Obviously the last 11 months have been good. I'm excited for kind of the future. So I guess, what is your future? What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish moving forward?
So yes, so I actually have 2 other products in the manufacturing process. So I'm gonna be having 4 products by end of the year, hopefully, and I'm shooting for 200,000 for the next year.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, I mean, if everything goes well, then.
Well, I'm going to hold you to it. And maybe this next year we can do another interview and,
that would be perfect.
and catch up and kind of see where you're at here, basically 12 months from now. So to kind of wrap up this call, I would love to hear some advice that maybe you could give to a new seller, maybe an experience, maybe a tip, a hack, or something you think that somebody that is a new seller getting into the game of Amazon might benefit from.
Okay, so the one thing I would say is take the risk or lose the chance. So that's like I very believe in that. And the second tip that helped me a lot is the ManyChat, man. Like I get 70% of my reviews using ManyChat.
So dive into a little bit. You don't need to give your secret sauce, but dive in a little bit of kind of your process to get reviews using ManyChat.
So so what I do so I just print this barcode and I put it on my user manual. And what I do is I say scan for free giveaways, and I actually do giveaways on my Instagram page, my business page. So what people do, they just scan the barcode, they enter their first name, last name, phone number, and email address through Facebook. And what it does, after 2 days, they receive a text message, automatic text, says that if you're happy with the services and the product, do not hesitate to share your experience on our product page. Nothing about reviews. But if you're not, do not hesitate to contact us back. So what happens is if someone is not happy with the product, they just write me back. Like, hey, I'm not happy, this and that, and I just refund them. They don't leave me back a review. Yeah. And whoever is happy, they leave me a 5-star.
And that's a great way to do it, to where it's not like manipulating terms. You're not trying to do anything shady. I have seen people do something like that where they're obviously doing kind of shady stuff, but that is a great way to obviously get some reviews. And I don't know if you've been watching the Secret Seller series, kind of series that I've been doing on YouTube. I've been buying products on Amazon and kind of doing a review on them. And I've seen a lot of sellers that not necessarily use ManyChat, but they use other forms that kind of replicate that. So it is definitely a powerful way to help you get reviews, provide a better experience, and just obviously help your business grow. So appreciate those tips.
Of course,
Is there
of course.
anything else that you would
Yeah,
like to
because
share with the community?
I got red flagged once from Amazon by having my friends and family buy the product and leave a review for me. So
I tell people all the time, don't do that.
that
That's not
happened to me
smart.
once and it was scary. So
Yeah, people think like, oh no, they'll never know, and I'm like, no, dude, they track everything.
and I
Like
don't even
you,
know how they just know it. Like
yep. And so my piece of advice is don't walk that gray area. Don't try to manipulate anything. Just do what you're supposed to do, and that's how you build a long-term sustainable Amazon business. So, Eric, it was awesome having you on today's video. Super excited for your success and look forward to hearing from you here shortly.
thank you so much, Trevin. Same here. It was very exciting. Thank you.